The thing is, I think I like him a lot because I see a lot of myself in him as well.
When you was younger, you was
but
like that.
as I said, I know that part of him just plays silly just because. Yeah. But it's still funny anyway. Yeah. So no, I got a lot of time for you, Tay, man. Seriously, man. But flip it back to you then, Pops. Lito, how was school for you? What was your school life like?
School was cool, you know, like primary school, innit? Like old school primary school. Just went through the motions, really. High school now, obviously. I grew up in a time where Pollard's Hill was fully racist. Like it's only predominantly black now. I was one of the only family of colour to be in Pollard's at that time. This was when we had real NF, they called themselves, type of racism going on. So growing up, I went to an all-boys school, Stratton Vale, which was called Eastfields. It's cool, but you know what I found? Like, I was never too black enough and I was never too white enough.
Oh, wow. I'm happy you've touched on that today.
Yeah, I can't relate to the experience, but you guys
I've
can.
always felt the same.
Like, I'm never too black enough and I'm never too white enough. What I mean by that is, I used to have a certain... I have certain black friends that would talk about white people this and white people that, and I'd have to stop them. Like, yo, I need to stop you right there because it was my white family that stayed by me. My black family fucked off.
Yeah.
First of all. So don't sit there and talk that talk.
Don't try and diminish.
Because I'm not being stereotypical and saying all black people are like that.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming
from?
So let's not stereotype all white people.
100%.
You understand me?
100%.
And then you flip it now and you go to your white side and you're not white enough. You still got that. You understand me? Like they might blind you a little bit, but you're still not white enough.
I'm gonna pause you there, Jeorgia. I want you to talk about your experience, and there's something I'm gonna ask both of you after.
Yeah.
Talk about the primary. Was it primary or secondary?
Yeah, primary school. So the first time I really experienced like colorism was in primary school, and I've always kind of felt like so. My dad is black. My mum's mixed race.
Big up Pops, big up Mumsy.
I just turned out really light. Like my siblings are a lot darker than I am. I'm just really light. And it was always like this. I had this specific teacher, and because my hair's curly, and she was like a full black Jamaica woman, and she would just be like to me, and she was my teacher in year 5, and she was like to me, "Oh, you think you're nice because you're light skinned and you got curly hair." So from then, I've always had a lot of stigma from black, especially black women, to be honest, black people. And then, because they're like, oh, look at you, you're not actually black, really. You're not actually black. And then white people are like, well, you're not white, so I definitely ain't white. So it's like, where do I really kind of fit in? And I think it's a lot of people it's a difficulty that a lot of mixed or light-skinned black people face. Right. And it's like, what do you... I don't know a solution.
No.
But it's just like, what do you do?
2 things I was going to touch on. One, you said year 5, so that's about 10, yeah? Yeah. And you also mentioned the thing earlier about being 10. I just want people to realise that at these ages, these things that still stick with us till this day, we don't forget these things. They're traumas or whatever you want to call it that stay with us till this day and we remember it like it was yesterday. The other part I was going to say, and as you said, there's probably not a solution for it, but it's something that, obviously, I'm a dark-skinned brother. Some would say, oh, you're not dark, blah, blah, but I'm a black brother, innit? You can't mix that fact. I've noticed that a lot of lighter-skinned people, whether they're mixed or just black or whatever, they do go through this kind of identity crisis because of these scenarios where they can't fit into that crowd. They can't fit into that crowd. That crowd's trying to make them delete that side. That crowd don't want them to acknowledge the other side. Yeah. And it's a bit like, I don't know if I'm coming or going.
Yeah.
I think it also depends on the person's actual strength and personality.
Yeah, because you lot actually strike me as super duper strong people regardless.
As much as I embrace rice and peas and stew chicken that you see me eating today.
Yeah, as you just... yeah.
I understand where I'm coming from because nobody can't really push me left or right. I've always kind of been centered. You know what I mean?
Well, you're you.
Strong, you know what I mean? So for me, but it's just for me, colorism is just funny. It becomes funny. It's tiresome.
Yeah.
It becomes tiresome. Like, are we gonna go through this? Like, you'd have a white person say to me, "Colored people," and I'd be like, and I have to say to them, "Big man, Just say black.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not offensive to say black.
Bro.
When you say coloured, I'm gonna be offended.
Yeah, bro, because I'm not a crayon, bro.
Or half caste.
I'm not, bruv.
Why are you calling me half caste? Half caste of what? What am I half caste of?
Bruv.
Exactly.
Bruv.
Exactly. And I've had to, similar to what you said.
Wait.
Go on.
Go on, Tay.
Are your black friends racist to you?
My black friends?
Yeah. Not racist to you, but like, no, racist as no. Are they racist to you?
What, to me as also being black or to other, like, colours of people?
No, like, to black people, but it's like a funny, like, in a jokey way.
I don't know. I wouldn't say they're not, but I would say that I don't know because I feel like my type of friendship groups, we're like, anyone can get it. Like, we don't really give a shit. Anyone can get it, bruv. You're just getting these jokes regardless. That's my friendship group. So maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask.
I got called a 50-50 M-word.
What?
50-50.
What?
Yeah,
They called you?
50-50 M-word.
Nah, that's mad. That's mad. A 50-50.
Yeah, or are we talking, be like, shut up, you're a half-breed.
That's crazy.
But you know what though? Like,
That's crazy.
I think this is where, you know, people being a bit too sensitive.
Because I don't
come
mind
into
It's
it.
banter, yeah.
It's
That's what I said.
banter,
Anyone can get these jokes
I
from
think
me.
it depends on your banter. Like you say, it's about your banter circle.
Yeah.
If you're someone that's never been like that, or you're not in my circle like that, and you think you can talk like that, then maybe we got some questionable things. What if I talk? You understand me?
Bruv.
But
If it's your brethren that, you know, you kind of give it
you're
up
gonna
to each
get
other.
it. You're gonna get it. Whether it's about your lips,
Bruv.
Yeah. I can't lie.
whether I can see you in the dark, like you
Yeah.
know the one there.
I can't
Like,
lie. Me and Cam are
We
like that
always
to
do
each
that.
other.
We always do that.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I was kind of laughing
Yeah.
in my head because I'm thinking there's certain jokes that I'll banter and I say, "Rah, you're not even in rhythm and that." Like,
And then I'll be like,
So you
to
can't
him,
dance like, man.
He'll cuss me because, you know,
Then
I
it-
do have a lot of white family and they can't dance. That's the truth.
But then it's morning time and George is like, "Yeah, I can just about see you. Why are you bare smiling at me?" I'm like, "Bro, chill out, bro."
And I think it's
Chill out,
just,
bro.
yeah, it's just about, it's banter. And I think a lot of the time it can be a way of showing affection
Come on, man.
to someone.
banter's good, man.
And banter, it's just-
as long as it's in that light-hearted, as long as it's in
Yeah.
banter.
But if like someone else said that to me, I'll be like, pardon?
Man, don't know you.
Because you have, and that's the thing. People that do that are outside the circles, and sometimes people make that mistake and cross
What?
that
Yeah.
line.
What did I say?
But what
did I do?
Is I don't know you. I don't know where you're
Nah.
coming from. We haven't built that relationship. Let's get over that hurdle first.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't do the same to you. You know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the answer to your question is yeah. Because even me and Cam were racist to each other all the time. Like, you and your friends do it. And I
Right.
think it's okay to not, like, it's okay.
It's gonna
It's
be
in a banter.
Would you call somebody the N-word, though?
No.
One of your boys.
Alright,
Do you call them that word? Do you
I don't.
I say it like this: if I'm reciting rap lyrics, I'm gonna say it because I've got the license to say it because I'm black. If I'm talking to the man, I'm like, "Yo," I'm not saying "Yo, my nigga" and that. I'm not doing that. I'll say "Yo, my brother" and blah blah blah, or "My guy" and that. But and Georgia, you might even be able to say it because you know sometimes you think that's how you are, but someone else can say, "Nah,
No, you
yesterday,
don't say that.
yeah."
I'm trying to say they're trying to bring it back, trying to own back the slave name and whatever.
I
But for
just-
me
Myth.
personally, it's always
Myth.
had a negativity. Yes.
Yeah.
Myth.
If
As I s-
yeah, I don't agree with it. I don't like when I hear people that be like, yo, new. Like, it's just like,
Yo, my
there's
nigga,
loads
like,
of other
nah.
words.
Just say
that
my
you could
brother.
Say,
Just say my
yo,
brother,
bro,
fam,
fam,
my
or
guy.
just their name. Like, there's so many things you
cuz,
can say.
blood, whatever. Say anything else, but me personally, as I
That
said,
word, it's a very derogative term, innit?
Yeah, it's got so much negativity around it. I prefer not to hear it.
it's
Yeah,
funny.
exactly.
'Cause
Even in music, I
I was,
wouldn't want to hear
and
it.
I was gonna say that obviously, I'm pretty sure everyone in this room, even you, Tay, because I seen your other tune the other day. Still, I like that tune. Still, the juxtaposition and that with your guy. I don't know him and that, but I like it still. Even in tunes, because obviously I've written bars before, and I didn't write nigga in my bars, but at the same time, I've learned that some youths it's just a level of intelligence that they don't have. So that if you realize when you listen to their vocabulary of when they rap, they don't actually have a lot to work with. So they just say the basic level of stuff. Yeah. But you can just say jigger. Just say my guy. As I said, just you get me?
Tay doesn't even really swear. You know what I mean? Like even in the house, like obviously he swears with his friends. I'm not stupid. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm not asking.
This guy, he's like, I swear every day.
That's the respect level.
Yeah, it's a house.
You know what I mean? Like,
The guy definitely must not hear me on PS5.
Nah. So what the fuck, fam? Are you mad? Hey, I bought him. I bought him.
Do you play Pro
that's
Cards?
swearing in yours.
Nah. My little brother does though. My little brother does. I
my
stopped playing
days.
P4 this last year. You know,
Why?
I just stopped. I just life in it.
I just got onto it like properly because remember I took a period where I just didn't play it.
See,
But then now like
career
now-
mode was my thing still.
Yeah, and then now like everyone's online right now. I'm just on it every day, and then now
goes through
a couple
phases,
swear
innit?
words just start screaming out my mouth.
Yeah, but that's in your zone. That's in your room with your door.
Yeah, I don't swear in front of dad.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's
and I
good.
respect that still.
You know what I mean?
I don't swear. I've sworn today, and I swear on the pod and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
In the setting that we're
This
here.
is the setting.
So if my mum was to listen to it, then she wouldn't go, "Why are you swearing?" But if for example, I plan to have an episode with my mum on eventually one day. Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah,
That I would
protect
even. Impossible.
Yeah, for real.
Impossible.
I'd like to edit that video.
Yeah, the camera.
Impossible. Even ask George. It's mad because we've been at my mum's and my little brother will swear, and or he'd be banging music like drill music and that, which I love and that, and I'll be like, "Right, don't want to turn that down and that," like,
Yeah.
because I'm just like I'm not really into that. I didn't grow like that. But as you said, the younger lot, they're a bit different. I guess they just don't see it that way. We've got 40 minutes on the clock, so there's a few things that I do want to touch on. I hope the people are enjoying this conversation. I'm loving this conversation. I'm sure that the guys will be back. Shout out to Georgia as well for giving her perspective as a lady in the building.
Come on.
I want to touch on what this will be visually on YouTube. I want to touch on you guys doing YouTube together, how you started, why you started, and just your journey in general. I want Taye to kind of say it from his perspective because I know he probably led it and you was just like, well, I'm going to be involved in it.
Was that the case?
Oh yeah, or was that the case? I want to hear the dynamic.
So I wanted to do YouTube since I was like young. I already told.
What age?
From like I was like 6.
Cool.
I was like because that was like a cool thing to me being
Yeah.
a YouTuber. I was like I want to be like, but I'm talking about people like KSI and stuff. Like,
Come
it's
on,
not,
man.
I'm not really saying I actually want to do it. I'm just saying I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started going on Bailey's.
Yeah.
Shout out
That's when I first
Bailey.
started
Yeah.
seeing-
Hopefully Bailey will come on the pod as well because I see what he's done and I respect his thing and Muller Juice and LV and all the man them. But yeah, go Trute.
So I started off with Bailey, yeah, going on his things, do it like cleaning his car.
Yes,
Yes,
I remember that like it was yesterday
I was cleaning his car.
with the change in the side
Yeah,
and that.
and
And
I never took it.
that was
You
good.
did
That was
it.
good.
You did it.
And I was like
That was good.
helping
Man.
him build and stuff. But these videos were, I found these videos funny,
It was sick.
and everyone was loving it, especially with Dad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked you two on. That's when I first kind of saw you two, and then I was like, raw. Then I think there was a lot of stuff on Instagram as well, and I was like, oh, so
Yeah.
that's when I started following you guys.
That
And I was like,
Dad.
these guys, yeah. And I was like, raw, these guys are actually funny.
He stopped here, but Dad's story would be like 1, 2, 3,
would be
4,
long.
5, 6, 7.
But I'd watch it though.
I don't know about. I don't know
I'll
about
have
this
my
thing.
phone.
This is all. This is still. I'm still now.
Man's just
Bro,
out here,
No,
bro.
that is-
Only yesterday I learned how to do a reminder on YouTube.
Like I know.
His
Like
phone
I know
would
how
be
to
like
do
this. Yo, you lot. Yo, you lot.
Oi.
What's this boy saying? What's this boy saying, man?
Oi. No.
His phone in my face.
They were long, but I would still watch
No
it. Still.
remorse. No, I had the phone on the table going like this.
Oi.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
No, that was. See, that's why I had to ask you about it, like your journey and why you started in this stuff. Because why Georgia was the one that came across it first, innit? She was the one that was like, oh yeah, these guys they seem to be from South London, father son, doing YouTube, whatever, connected to Bailey, blah blah blah. And I'm just watching it because I've been on YouTube from Yonks, as you said, KSI times before his images cleaned up and certain things he used to do before,
Oh.
and the face and yeah, I know everything in it. Because actually, my boy is funny. Shout out Joseph. He said to me, "Raw, you remind me of KSI and that." And I was like, "Who's KSI?" Watch the videos and Hesky time and all of these things in it. But anyway,
cancelled now.
yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said from before he cleaned up his image and that. Shout out to him and what he's done so till this day. And as I said, sometimes people can't see the dream from when man's in his room just playing games, chatting rubbish, spitting bars, to now man's a millionaire with brands and doing white collar boxing and making millions of fights and all of these things. But anyway, why did you feel like you wanted to be involved in his YouTube journey? Because I was speaking to my brother today and he said, I'm not on that. So why did you say, yeah, actually, I want to be involved?
Right. So for me, he obviously he'd been asking to do YouTube, and I just didn't feel like he was ready for it in the sense of, I knew there was a negative side to this positive side. So comments and them type of things, I just needed him to be of a certain age. So boom, bam. Fast forward now. So obviously you saw me on Bailey London would just capture me. Like there wasn't it was never planned when I go on there. You never phone me and say to me, "Well, Lito, come and do a video." I'll just be coming to the grandma's because I needed something or I'm doing something. Like when he evicted me out of the garage.
Oh yeah, that was
You understand me? Like,
that was funny.
my stuff has been chilling there for a hot minute, for years. I just evicted me one time, like.
I need my little studio.
Yeah, you need a studio. You understand me? So, and then we saw the feedback, and it was like, and Bailey said to me, "Look, Lito, start the channel, innit? Like, start the channel." So I thought about it, and obviously I'd seen Taye. Taye was going in his room and he was using his phone a lot, and so he was in his room with the door closed. I was like, well, maybe I can use YouTube, flip this social media thing, and bond with my son a bit more. You know what I mean? So
cleverest decision that I think you made.
So.
Honestly.
We done a video. Boom, I asked Bailey to edit it because I didn't know nothing about editing. He edited the first one, that talk. Bailey edited it. Come to the second video now, he longed us out a little bit. I'm like, well, Taye, if we're gonna take this seriously, we need to learn how to edit. Yeah. So the beauty of this thing was I got to bond with my son, but also upskill him. So now he knows how to edit. Now he knows how to use Final Cut Pro. Fully, inside and out. Do you see where I'm coming from? He knows about lighting. He knows about cameraing. So he's got the full package now. So when he's ready to leave me now and go with his bridges, he's got a skill that he can get paid from now. He can edit their videos. It doesn't matter which way he goes. He's been upskilled, which was another beautiful thing for me. So although we was bonding, he's already learning something at the same time.
Yeah, he taught himself, yeah.
You understand me? As well as having fun when we are filming.
Yeah. Now that's you see, if
sorry to cut you.
Have
you put Taye on Fiverr?
No.
You should. It's
I keep hearing about this Fiverr thing.
It's
saving me right now, to be honest. I'll say that because I edit my audio, but I don't edit my visuals. And Fiverr has been a godsend. Shout out to Keon still. He's been doing this thing still.
So you can like put your services up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And people reach out, you get paid.
I once tried to go on Fiverr, but I was like 9 years old. So.
It looked a bit long still, but you should.
But now that you know,
look, you can make.
You've got spare time. You can do it within your spare time.
You watch he edits.
Yeah, you can do these things in your yard. You ain't got to leave nowhere. As you said, it's cold. Make a little 20, 50 quid in your yard.
And that's why I always try to make Taye understand, think bigger than tomorrow. Do you see where I'm coming from? You never know where you're going to be in 2 or 3 years' time. You don't know what your bridges are going to be doing. And you don't want you to come out with your camera for one day and film them and then boom, bam, you just earn yourself $350. You see where I'm coming from?
100%. And before I go on to the next question I was going to ask, that's something that I think I've learned as I'm doing podcasting, is that we don't all have to be rappers, guys. There's many other things. Man can be an engineer, man can be a producer, man can be the cameraman, man can be the editor, man can be a manager, man can be a talent scout, man can do so many other, and it doesn't even have to be in the industry of music and blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying, don't just wake up and say, yeah, I'm rapping now. Okay, cool, but there's other things that you can do. You get me?
I feel like the media makes rapping seem very easy.
I think it is a bit still.
No, but how did you find it actually, Taye, when you recorded?
I personally don't like my first song, but that's because it's my first song. Because I feel like this was
because I've been through this stuff already.
It's your first, like
you just feel a bit like
I could do better.
Yeah,
like, I feel like I can do better now. And
everyone tells you it's hard though, isn't it?
Yeah, no one says to my face that no one's told me it's bad. But like, I can tell that I wouldn't listen to it out my way. I wouldn't go out my way and put it. Never.
I respect you, though, because you're just honest.
I wouldn't mind if people said it was bad because I'll just tell them I don't like it myself. So why do I expect other people to?
That's true.
But it's not a fact where I'm gonna lie to myself and say. But see, the music video and like everything, it's all about like the experience because now I can. And going in the studio, I never knew going in the studio was like that.
Yeah. What?
You're saying one take.
Yeah, and then you see like all these rappers, you see a lot of them, you think that they get blown up of one song. They made one song. I know some people who made one song. No, I don't know people, but I've listened to people who made one song, they blew up, now they got their fan base. But then I feel like a lot of people think that it's just like that.
Yeah, but you got to keep them, though.
A lot.
That's the blowing up part ain't hard. It's the keeping them. Why am I coming back to you?
Someone got their 3
Come on,
mil.
man.
They got their 3 mil in their first song. Now they're getting less than a mil.
Trending, you know.
And do you know what? Yeah. If
RD.
you, well, yeah.
Actually, no, don't put that one.
No, I'm shout out RD, but I know what you mean in terms of coming back. Why am I coming back to you?
Yeah.
Because, sorry, babe, hopefully you can remember your point. I'm just going to say Central C. Shout out to Central C because now we see what he is now. But if you go back on Link Up TV 5, 6, 7 years ago when he's doing his street heat and stuff and he had his ponytail, no one weren't really checking for him that.
No one really knew who Central C was before he made Day in the Life.
But he was there. He was there on YouTube,
that's
still
what-
hungry, still doing his thing.
And that's what I was gonna say. I think people see it as like one song that makes them trending, but when you actually look back, they've been doing this for like 10 years before,
Come on, man.
and no one knew about them.
Just-
and it took years of grinding, working, being consistent,
Bare nose.
bare nose, and
there's a lot of learning.
perfecting their craft.
Come on,
and then
man.
all of a sudden, it's luck as well.
Yeah.
And then
just
all of a sudden, it
timing,
blows.
opportunity, the space,
Right place, right
your
time.
your
But
how
if you-
your images.
But if you don't know, it just feels like they've made a banger, one banger, and then they've blown.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case. And I think a lot of people looking at the music industry that want to be rappers and stuff or singers, they look at that and think, oh, it's easy then. Let me
Quick
just go
freestyle.
and do it. And then they actually try, and it's like, bro, like when I listen to that song,
Gotta mix these
why
packs and
doesn't my
potions.
song sound as like?
I do like that tune though.
It's the beat.
The
It's the beat.
producers.
But he can rap though.
It's hooky, but it's the beat.
Have you heard his plugged in?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But the producer who made him blew up is the reason why he blew up.
Yeah, shout out Blanco from obviously Kennett and Harlem Spartans because
he's
he actually, again, when you do your research, people don't know, he actually was with that sound when he came out of Penn before, I think the guy's name is Hazy, innit? Yeah. He was running with that, I think, it's, Brazilian, what's the sound, what's it called? Is it Brazilian or Angolan? If I can pull it up, I'll find that later. But basically, that whole the drum pattern and that
different
sound,
type of flow as well.
yeah,
You're wrong,
that
the song-
flow,
I've got the song. The song's in my playlist.
yeah,
You see where I'm coming from? Don't get it twisted. But for me, the beat took me first.
yeah.
For Packs and Potions, the beat took me. When I heard the beat, I was like, huh.
What about the accent?
Right here.
What about the accent?
No, but I like that. But I like that accent. I feel like it works. It works, but it's a trend.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a trend.
It was a
it's not
TikTok
bad,
trend,
man.
and-
It's gonna be a trend. You know what I mean? But you know what? Good luck to him. If he
100%.
100, I don't hate against nobody. Good luck to him. You see
on,
me?
man.
You know
One
what
thing I wanted to
first-
ask, bro.
You know,
You both got time, go.
there's a lot of learning because after I released my song, I actually realized that I was talking at one point. I wasn't actually on the beat properly. See the first verse?
Yeah, but if I say to you, Tay, if I say to you in 2 years or 10 years time, what did you do for your 14th birthday?
I did better than a lot of people.
You see where I'm coming from? Like that was what that was for me.
Is it coming back?
It was never about the music for me, you know. It was
it's an
It was about
experience.
that whole experience. It was about
Yeah.
letting him have that experience.
Yeah,
Cramp.
Again,
Pissed. Why you sort out your crap again, Tay?
it is an
I wanted
experience.
to. Go on.
No, you go.
I went to ask something while we were just around this subject. I want to talk about Top Boy.
Oh, yes, let's do it, man. I love this shit.
So Drake took on Top Boy, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't rate Drake.
fair enough.
Let me tell you why I don't rate Drake. When I watched Top Boy from start to finish, and I had to watch Top Boy because Tay's been ranting about Top Boy, the new season coming out, so I had to make sure I watched it.
I watched it from the beginning.
Because I got to keep up on the times of what my
Yeah.
son is, what is actually going into my son's brain.
Come on.
Top Boy is a farce. Drake has turned it into an American farce. There was so much
Canadian,
killing.
but I know what you're saying, yeah.
There was so much killing in Top Boy and no money being made that I was like, hold on.
Do you know what? I've never thought of that.
Where's
you know?
Top Boy gone?
Oh yeah, because
What is this about now? What is this about? Just revenge and killing? The reason why I say this,
Now, bare people didn't make peas in that
first
season.
season-
because Drake could have done this, you know. And the reason why this is relevant to the last conversation is, why is he not making anything about these independent young black artists or independent urban artists that are out here now putting a middle finger up to the system and saying, I'm going to do this myself? Why is there no films being made about them? Why are we just looking at young youth killing each other still? Why are we still hyping this thing? Because there's a lot of independent people, your Digger D's and your that's out there saying, you know what, middle finger to you, I'm gonna make my peas
My own lane.
way.
Yeah.
And why is no films being made? Why is he not injecting his money into that?
I actually hear exactly what you're saying.
You know what?
And it's a perspective.
Positivity doesn't sell.
Yeah, it's a
I think
perspective
that's
that I
what it
didn't really
is,
deep. But
unfortunately,
when you talk about like the main theme throughout the season, and was money actually being made in these things?
when
Season
actually,
one,
you were.
there's
What
like-
money got made?
No money got made.
Money got lost.
Money got lost.
But
About was it 2 mil?
How
3
much
mil?
people dead?
10 people.
So it just
and that.
glorified death. The whole season glorified death.
What I will say is,
Don't get me wrong. The actual acting, the
actual
actual
show
thing,
and that.
the actual show, 100. I
Yeah.
watched it from beginning to end.
yeah,
yeah,
But
bring it deep.
premature minds are watching this.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
That's what I need to understand.
yeah.
all right. That's Lito's perspective. Tay, I want to hear your perspective.
I actually agree though.
No,
I
I don't
enjoyed
even.
watching it,
I
but
can't
I
even say I
didn't deep it,
disagreed with what was being sold, because if I deep it, I look back, I go, actually, that
It's
was
true.
what was kind of getting sold. Just hella revenge, like hella snaky, like shit. Basically.
From Pebbles
What?
to Sunny.
To-
I
Yeah.
want to know what. And you know what?
Policeman.
I'm actually glad that you're going to ask my son this question.
Yeah,
because
I wanna s-
I haven't had the time
To-
to. I've been away.
Yeah,
I've only
yeah.
just come back because I was going to have this conversation with my son.
Yeah.
I need to understand what my son took from Top.
Yeah, that's what I want from his perspective, his age, his background. What did you take from it when you was watching it? How did you see it?
Alright, cool. So I watched season one like the couple nights before season two.
Mm-hmm.
Season one is more like, cool, we're making money, and then now they're like, couple people died so you can be on the top.
Mm.
But then season two, I felt like it was just a mess. Obviously, it was a mess. I felt like everyone was always in problems.
Nothing was getting
Like,
sold.
nothing from that Curtis guy being there. I feel like,
I liked his acting
Yeah,
though.
he-
I
he-
will say
no.
that he was cold as an actor still. He was very believable.
but like I thought it was gonna be a realistic show. I thought Sully was gonna die because that's more realistic. Why is Jamie dead? Is my question.
Yeah.
Because he's the young person, and Sully's the person who likes to kill everyone. So now who's gonna be the top boy? Aaron.
I think
no.
That's an
Well-
Aaron.
Sorry.
no, go on.
I need you to understand why Jamie died. I
Go
need
on.
to understand. Sully has an old school mentality and mind frame.
Oh yeah, I know.
He saw that Jamie
Would
Snake.
not.
never, ever be loyal.
Nah.
Yeah.
He's out for his brothers, and that was it.
And that is you lot's generation. That is the younger generation now. They are about them. They don't know about loyalty.
Yeah.
They only know about loyalty to themselves.
Yeah.
And Sully saw that, and he knew that he had to take him out. And that is the real. Was I shocked that they killed the character? Of course I was, but was I shocked that he actually did? No, I wasn't.
Nah, not
Like
really.
a lot of people are saying, "Raw, they got rid of him. He brought so much to the show." Yeah, he did, but no one's not really seeing the point. The point is, you got two old school.
That no,
Random.
they know how the
Like,
game
no.
goes. Yeah.
You got the youngers coming up, and he's just showing you that youngers got no loyalty.
Because the younger bun
did
his
you-
brethren, his
did you
bona
expect-
fide brethren, and he bun him.
Best friend. And he was
So,
in,
why
and
would
was in
he-
Spain
But what's his
talking
next
about
move?
big plans.
doing his own moves and that. When
Yeah,
you
but-
went on behalf of my
He was in
man.
a trap situation.
He wasn't though.
Not initially. He went out there.
He was only allowed to come out of jail under the Shane's terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he went out there. The Irish lady got in his head and was like, what about the Shane? We could do this alone.
Do
And
our
then-
own thing. We'll do our own thing.
Yeah, we do our own thing. We do our own thing, Jamie. And then it was just like, and then obviously he got caught out, and Sully said to him, "If I see you do anything untoward, you're done."
You're done out
And
there.
Sully was a man of his words, boy.
I think I do.
If he
I mess
didn't
with
kill
Sully a
Kit,
lot
what was
still.
his next move to go to Cardiff and run forever.
Yeah.
If he went to Cardiff, he has to kill Jamie. I mean, he has to kill Sully, Deshane, Jack, and all them people.
Yeah,
if
which
he
is
wants to live,
impossible.
if he wants to live a nice life, because they're either gonna find him
Yeah.
or his brothers. It's just bad for his brothers. Wait,
Aaron and Steph.
Aaron and Steph. Aaron's the bigger one. Steph's the younger
Aaron
one.
wanting to go to uni.
Well, that was the that was actually the other part of it. Yeah.
And Kit killed someone who's like his little brother.
Yeah, but this, I think this is what I took from it, innit? I took that most men are out for themselves, barring like a Sully who actually the core of it, he stayed true to the core of the road. Man's not messing with no Jakes. Man's not messing with them, man, just because that's a part of your master plan. I don't care about that. These are my guys, my section, and that's who we're rolling with.
And I think it begs the question of whether Sully actually wanted a retirement, wanted to retire.
Yeah.
Because Deshane was like, Jamie's our retirement plan.
Yeah,
And Sully obviously weren't comfortable with it being Jamie.
yeah.
But then it's like, does Sully really want to retire? That was like Deshane's plan. I'm not sure if that was really Sully's
I think, well,
as well.
this-
and then on top of it being Jamie, Sully's like, that snake Jamie.
but this is
Gonna be our retirement.
that's the
team.
thing, because again, it showed that when people are on the roads, yeah, two men of maybe a certain stature, blah, 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 but man have got totally different ideas of where they're going. One is trying to get the massive wavy mansion yard. One's like, brother, fuck all of that. I'm going to be on a boat, blood. I don't need all of this noise and all this extra shit, because my one little young G, that was my bona fide young G, he's not even here no more, so I don't even care about half of this shit. I can't even see my daughter in that, so I don't care about half of this shit. You get me? So it's interesting to me, because I get what you were saying though about it become a mess because just a lot was happening and man are just dying on rare.
Premature minds take this in then.
Yeah,
I thought I was a guy. I thought I was
Remember,
a guy
Taye's
for a couple of days.
Taye's got a very good understanding. He's got a balance at home. What about these youths that's taking this in?
Critical
And that's
thinking,
why I
innit?
got no ratings. That's why I said what I said at the beginning of this, because
yeah,
a man of that stature who's invested in the thing, all right, cool, you kept Top Boy alive. Cool.
yeah, 100%. You
But
have to be
on
like
the
that.
flip
But
side, come on, give it something. Like,
yeah, I think one thing I will say about the character part, obviously off the screen, I know that certain characters go on to do certain things, so that's why they probably are okay with their character being killed off, because they probably got other plans and other films and
Yeah, of
and
course.
works.
Like everybody that,
Yeah, so that's probably a large part of it. But one thing they did highlight, and if you noticed through going through the season, is it was very female dominated. There was a lot of storylines that revolved around different females, i.e., Jack and her missus, them being beaten up because they were gay. Obviously the domestic abuse situation.
Yeah.
They tried to give Little Sims a bit of a situation. I think I think a lot of people was a bit like, come on, man, that's a bit.
It become a bit. To me, it was a bit cheesy. It was a bit cringy.
It was.
Like,
It was. I thought there was going to be much more. I don't
like
know.
an EastEnders story.
Yeah, I was just a bit like,
you know what I mean? Like, come on,
Come
you
on.
can do a bit better than that.
So, but look, as you said, bottom line of it, we've still got it.
Of course, and as long as I can stand by my child, know what he's watching, and this is what I tell parents them. This is what you need to do. You need to be able to have these type of conversations to make them understand what's real and what's not real.
100.
And make them understand what message is being given out.
100.
What message they need to understand from it.
So what's your opinion on Power?
Ooh.
Power.
We got 20 to go. I'm going to let you lot get into that, then I'll go back to the questions.
Power.
Have you watched all of Power? Because I've watched all of
When
Power.
he's dead. Or supposed to be dead.
I've watched all of Power.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, there's different ones now. There's all the Sun's one, Tommy's
Nah,
one.
I got a bit.
I've watched all of them.
Up to there, when it got to the Sun and that car, I was like, is this getting played out a bit?
Yeah,
I
but
felt
now,
like it was like that
there's-
car thing, Fast and Furious. Like,
Yeah.
How many
Raising
things are gonna
Kanan.
make?
I like Raising Kanan.
I haven't watched that part. I haven't watched Tariq's talk.
I actually did watch Raising Kanan.
That was good. Probably, but maybe did you like it because of your age and maybe you could relate to it a bit more because of the time? I don't know. I'm asking.
I liked it, But then again, it was just something for me to watch. It wasn't something that I really hungered for.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that where with Top Boy and that, like I really was behind Top Boy from the first season. I was like, all right, cool. It's a bit extreme for the UK life, but all right, cool. I'm gonna work with it because it's actually a good production.
Yeah.
For once. Do you see where I'm coming from? And so that's why I was heavily disappointed that all you wanted to do was tell me about killing in the second season. You know what I mean? But
I don't mind it though. It's sick.
Power for me.
Like, it would have got boring though. If no one died, it would have got boring.
Power for me was kind of like it's like a glamorous. It's like the top end, and it's the one in 99.9% of people that actually win during the game that get it right. You know what I mean? Penthouse suites and deals, and you're in with this MP or you're in with that.
Because
You
let's be
understand?
real.
The real man them that's making money. We haven't got them type of touches, and we're not in with them type of people.
No, not even anywhere near it. And I think that's why a certain man won't ever connect with a power. Me personally, I like all powers. Maybe the Tommy one the least out of all of them, because for my expectation, I thought that really under-delivered. But power in general, like the universe that it's created and that, I love it. 'Cause it just shows different stuff in it. But I think it's like when I was talking to the man them about Top Boy, and I said, you have to remember these are dramas. So it's gonna have an element of truth in it. Yeah. But then it's gonna just have to get become extravagant, because obviously man can't do drills every single day and no one's getting caught because there's bare cameras in London. So you would definitely get caught. You ain't gonna blam him in the car and just bop off like nothing, because you're definitely getting caught. It's like EastEnders, isn't it? Like man got pushed on the train and man just out for like a whole nother year. No, bro. There's like 100 cameras before you get back to your yard. That's cap. You get it? But anyway, good little segue into some stuff like Power, Top Boy, the parallels and that. Back to you lot though. What's, if you can't say the most important, give me a lesson that you've learned from your dad, and I also want to hear a lesson that you've learned even though you didn't have your dad. So I'll go with Taye first.
What's the saying you always say?
I'll tell you one thing that I've learned, because I don't have a father, so I don't. A lot of people that have fathers, or I don't. This is like a whole new learning curve. The word dad for me, the word tree meant more to me. I had more of an emotional connection with the word tree than I ever did the word dad. Because I could relate and understand what a tree is. I couldn't understand or relate what dad meant. It was a dead space for me. It was a blank canvas. It was a black hole. So one thing that I have learned is, and I learned this from Taye, is allow your child to have an opinion. Allow your child to be able to speak their mind. Never feel that because you are the parent or I am the father that Taye doesn't count. His words don't count. And that's one thing that I've learned. One of the major things that I've learned is to be able to let my child have a voice, let him speak as well, you know. And sometimes, and Taye will tell you this, I will blow. So I might just blow, like lose my nut. Shout, scream, whatever, I blow, and then I take 10 minutes and I'll calm down. And then I have to come back to Taye and then I'll apologize. And do you understand me? Because he would say to me, look, Dad, you just didn't let me explain X, Y, and Z. You see me? But in that moment, I just saw rhythm, or I'd had a bad day and boom, bam, and I've blown my nut. I said what I've had to say and I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, and so, yeah, for me, just let your children be able to have a voice of their own, you know?
I think that's so important as a parent. I feel like, especially growing up, like my parents' mentality and their parents' mentality, it's just what I say goes. I can never be wrong. I can never make a mistake. And I feel like as time has gone on, like parents are starting to understand that it's okay to say sorry to your kid, because it enables more of a relationship and respect.
Rather than be strong and strong.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think that was
man. 100.
I'll be honest, and me and George, we have a lot of conversations about this stuff. Shout out to my mum, shout out to my pops anyway, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't exist in the world, innit?
Come on.
But it was something that I noticed very early on that I said to them that you lot don't understand that I get you lot had your issues and how you lot grew and grandma and granddad and blah, blah, blah. But look, I'm a young black youth growing up in Southwest London. There's certain things that you lot don't understand. And I'm not going to really come and talk to you about these things because when I'm trying to explain certain things, you're just not even hearing it. I've said this before that, as I said, shout out to my parents because it's not their fault. They're just using the tools that they had. But when I said to them at a couple points, like, raw, like, man's feeling depressed, and they're like, what have you got to feel depressed about? And I'm like, well, I've got certain issues. I've got certain responsibilities. I feel like this is on top of me. I feel like that's on top of me. And they're just like, yeah, well, you've got food and clothes, so it's impossible. So they're not even acknowledging how I felt in that moment. As I said, I don't begrudge them because they're just going with the tools that they had. But like you said, if you build a rapport with your children and you actually chat to them and reason with them, I'm sure Taye is going to be way more likely to say, yo, dad, you know what, yeah, this situation's coming like in front of me and I don't really know how to navigate it. But if you're this big scary guy that you can't chat to, he's just going to be like, yeah, I'm just going to go and chat to someone else who really might be a dickhead and might say, yeah, do you know what you need to do, bro? Hold this thing here, yeah? And if he chats to you again, just let him down quickly. Do you get me? But I'm just saying that, build that rapport. You get what I'm saying? But that's just how I see it. I don't know if I'm chatting rubbish or whatever, but
you have to. Listen, Taye's 14, yeah. He will still give me a kiss on the cheek, and I will still give him a kiss on the cheek. You understand me? He's not too big for that. And the day he ever felt like that, I feel like I've lost something. If we can't have that relationship, because I tell my son regularly that I love him, regularly that I'm proud of him.
Something that we don't hear a lot.
Regularly, because they need to hear it, you know? And all this masculine and it's too much, and oh no, man, have to be, and
allow
so
it.
small-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, allow it.
Understand me?
Because that's why men are doing things because they think that's what masculine is. But it's not, bro. It's not, bro. Because you can't convince me that putting something up your batty is masculine, bro. Because that's what man told you to sell, bro. That's just me, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm chatting rubbish. I'm just saying, innit? I'm just saying. But, yeah. Did you remember the thing that your dad said to you?
That talks a lot. Like when dad starts talking, he starts talking for a long time. I was on the phone to him for 18 minutes, but there's always one thing I'll remember. He always says prevention is better than cure.
Big facts. I say that all the damn time.
That's what my dad said to me.
All the damn time.
I like using it because I can relate it to everything I do. I can relate it to doing bad things in school. Which I know can get me caught. So I can think about it, or like if I'm on the roads and like people, I can like prevent myself from hanging around people what are not really my people. Obviously, I talk to them, but they will do people snake you.
Bruv, you see, all right, cool. The other day, I don't know if the video's still up, but you lot spoke about the Jakes were giving you trouble, something about a phone. And man was moving dumb. It was your phone, but he was moving like you stole the phone.
His car got stabbed.
I'm saying.
He got stopped in the chicken shop for it. I just got the report back, funny enough, from the police.
So the universe
actually, and I'm glad you brought this up because this wasn't even in the back of my mind. You just brought it to the forefront of my mind now. So I just got the report back from the police, yeah? And the investigating officer, I spoke to the officer that searched Taye. And he actually did break a rule, which he now has to go and have further education on. That's what outcome of my complaints happened. He needs to be further retrained because he did not tell Taye why he was being searched. And he openly admitted he didn't tell Taye at that time the full extent of why Taye was being searched. It was only after the fact of the search that he had told him, which is a breach of his rules. You know? So out of the complaint, and this is why I would say to anybody, just keep your composure, forget the attitude, forget trying to fight them. They're big, they're going to win.
Yeah.
Just use their system against them.
Mate.
Facts.
It's, all right, so obviously, Taye, I'm not going to probe you into...
Quick to say, to put the blame on you.
Yeah. I'm not going to probe you into the intricacies of your brethren getting poked and
Yeah.
But things that I like to like say to people who might be listening and watching it is to pay attention to the fact that traumatic situation and you are now put in the frame as a suspect.
Exactly.
Under the word IC3.
Do you get what I'm saying? And I always talk about these things because at the time, and even you're young, but I know you're a bit ahead of your years in how you understand things. At the time, there's certain situations where I didn't realize that I'm being put in as a suspect. So I might act a certain way. But then obviously now I'm at an age where I got a 17-year-old brother, shout out Mally, just turned 17. I've had a conversation with him like this and I said, yo, from me to you, don't give these idiots no ammo. Because as you said, back to the schoolgirl Q situation and back to Taye's situation, these Jakes are breaching rules and regulations to do what they're doing and they're still not doing a good job. They're actually doing a shitty job. Yeah. But don't give them no ammo to have something to fall back on. Don't give them nothing. As I'm sure you said, because I've watched the video, handle how you have to handle the situation. Make sure you get out of it alive, safe to talk about it like we are talking about it today. But do not give them no ammo that they can use against you to say, yeah, but he raised his fist, so I thought, bun that blood. Don't do the chatty thing and say, oh, what's this about? It's bruv, it's dead, fam. It's dead. You don't win.
Nothing will change anyway.
Nothing, but that's the other point. Actually, before I came here, and we got, call it 5 to 10 minutes, but I'm just gonna end on a couple of bits. So before I came here, I saw something on Big Ego Media, Bobby Kasanga. I saw something on his platform where he was posting Tricky, talking about working with the police and not in terms of giving them info and intel and blah, 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 in terms of violence prevention and working as like a liaison to hopefully, as you said, prevent certain situations. So I'd like to hear both of you lot's opinion on that type of angle with reformed gangsters or mandem or whatever you want to call yourself, reformed people working alongside.
As long as it's for the right reason.
Yeah, that's
You see Bobby now, like, I rate his thing still. There's other people out there, they ain't got time for them.
Yeah.
It's about them, really. It's not about what they really do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names.
No, it's not even necessary. They know.
I think you know, and they know themselves anyway. Do you know what I mean? But back to the question.
Yeah. What do you think of the idea?
It needs to be done. We need to cross that line because even with the Taye incident, when I made my complaint, I'm speaking to them. I'm saying to them, look, there's other ways of approaching our young.
Come on,
10
man.
of you and 3 of them. You did not need to grip them up the way you did.
Nah, bro.
If you spoke to my son in a certain way, he would have complied. You didn't need to put his arms up his back. You could have asked him to put his arms out in front. He would have complied.
100%.
That way, the handcuffs would not have marked his skin.
100%.
There's ways around. There's communication. But no, you get intimidated. You see 3 man them. You hear about a stabbing. You automatically IC3, and now you're all on an anti thing.
Yeah.
You're really the anti people. You're really the people that's being anti. So it needs these conversations, and it needs real people to have real conversations. Don't bring no plastic police there either. You understand me?
Plastic police.
No. I'm being real. Like, top dogs have to come and have these conversations that can implement change. Don't bring no PC to me and we have these conversations because you can't implement change. You're just a PC plod trying to get your straps. I need someone that's got straps already. There is no.
Their voice matters.
Further. Your voice matters. You say, you bark, something moves. You see where I'm coming from? If that can happen, then yeah. But if I'm going to be having these conversations with a PC plod,
allow it. What are you saying, Taye?
I don't understand. What is he doing? Like,
so from my understanding, because it was a little clip that I saw, it was on the vibe of, I'm a reformed gangster, obviously not myself, but I'm a reformed gangster or whatever. I'm going to be that bridge to talk to the man them that are really in the thick of it. Maybe youths that are at risk of maybe getting to the next stage where they might have to do certain things. And I'm going to go back to the Jakes and say, yo, before you lot try and creep up the whole block and get youths that are like Taye involved in that, let me be the bridge between you lot and see if we can actually dissolve it, de-escalate the situation, and hopefully even give these kids opportunities to do different things. Back to Bobby Kasanga creating a football team which youths can join and blah 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 blah. That's what I was saying. What do you think of that type of idea of stuff? Not working with Jakes as well, because people hear buzzwords and go, "What? Work with the feds? Man, never doing." I'm not talking like that, bro. I'm talking about constructive things that actually would lead to, you know what I mean? What do you think of that type of thing?
It makes sense, but I don't see a lot unless there's like they've been told a consequence or like there's something given to them. I don't see people changing. Once I feel like a lot of people and kids nowadays, even including my friends, some of my friends, they just don't care.
Yeah, I think that's the real.
Like they have, like some of my friends have youth workers, don't care about them. They just all they see it as is
tick a box.
Yeah, I'm got a youth worker. I go out with him, talk to him. Now once you're home, nothing what he said actually, you don't care about it. Your mum speaks to you. Some of them don't care.
I do hear what you're saying still.
But I feel like
That's
no true connection.
Yeah,
that's because of a failing system.
Yeah,
that is it. It's because 9 times out of 10, like you just said, it's just about ticking a box.
Yeah.
All right, I've gone out with Taye today. I spent 6 hours with him. He was pleasant. Didn't show nothing. Rah, 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 boom, box ticked. Then write my little report. That's my day done. Put that file that away. Rather than, Taye, what is it you're interested in? I'm interested in X, Y, Z. Come, let's go.
Yeah.
Are you interested in the art? Come, let's go Taye.
Yeah.
I'll take you to Tape for the day. Let's go around there and let's talk. Let's talk to some of the workers and see how they got into it. Let's see what avenues we can go down to help you.
Tangible things, innit? Yeah, tangible things still.
Or if somebody was like, if he liked mechanics, like
getting them trade work.
I'm very happy that you touched on
Anyone can have a conversation. I tell my friends different routes, but they ain't actually gonna listen to me. They might say they will listen to me, but they're not actually.
Man might even listen to you. Man might even hear you. But what's man gonna do though?
Yeah, they're not actually gonna change because it's already their lifestyle.
Yeah, we're basically coming to the end, guys. I want to end on something positive because we touched on a lot of different things, a lot of different aspects. This is a sick conversation, and I'm happy that it's happened. I'm looking forward to listening back, watching it back, and stuff. I want to end on what are some of the things, this is to both of you, that you do or that you both go, oh shit, we're actually like mad similar, I see myself in him when he done that.
Stubborn. No, but the thing is that I think the only thing is that I hide my stubbornness to dad. Whereas dad, I can't show my stuff. I can't really disagree and think I'm right. I just have to sometimes I'll be like, so do you understand that? I'll be like, yeah.
You know, a realization that happened.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't you're going to snitch on myself.
Look, I can cut it out if it's anything, but we're coming to that. So you say what you got to say, man.
Realization, and I told the wife the other day that me and my son both allow my wife to do a lot of the work around the house. I was like, wow, do you know what I mean? Like it was a realization that me and him is it my fault that he's growing like that now because he's watching me? So I had to kind of you
got to be conscious of this stuff.
Yeah, it's real. Have that conversation with my wife and start to do more things around the yard rather than, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one of the things that.
All right, so just as I said, we got literally a couple minutes on the clock. What's the best thing that you found being a parent? Like, what's one thing that you just every day you're just like, this is lit, bro. I wouldn't change it for nothing.
It's just their personalities.
It's
watching. It's watching something grow, and you're nurturing it, and it's growing, and each day is different. Each day, something else cultivates from what you've done. You know, like I remember when Tay was young and I'm saying to him, why are you sulking? And he's telling me it's an emotional expression, and this is at the age of 6.
You don't remember that, do you? I said, what are you talking about?
And I'm asking him, who told you about emotional expression?
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from? And then to see him where he is now, Kaysen just started walking. Like,
Hey, come
walks
on.
and drops. But just to see him walk, just to see him giggle and wave goodbye now, it's like
Personality
so
traits.
for me, it's just to watch them grow. That's the most beautiful thing, that I can see them grow. I actually see the small things.
All right, cool. Tay, what is one thing that, and it could be obviously your mum as well, what is one thing that with your parents, you look at them and you say, I'm not going to lie, compared to like a lot of other situations around me or that you've witnessed, I'm actually very grateful for that. Like,
Obviously, because we got dad here, I talk about that.
yeah.
Dad is like, he's very open to me, and he doesn't lie, and like, he's understanding my situation. Like, he understands I'm going to be a teenager. I'm going to do things what he's not going to want me to do. Dad might not know about it, but like, if I told him, obviously he's going to discipline me either way, but he will have more of an understanding. It's not just straight, I'm in trouble now, get to your room. He will talk to me about it.
And you respect the fact that he actually will have a conversation with you.
Yeah, instead of some people, I feel like their parents aren't really understanding. And plus, although there's pros and cons, like, some of my friends can't lie, eat like this. They're out of the house, gone Central London.
Bro.
You think I could lie to Dad about me going to Central London?
I feel like your pops will just pull up. That's the thing. I just feel like your pops will just pull up. You would really think, oh, yeah, I've left my phone. There's no way he's going to know. And then all of a sudden, he's just in the toilet and you're like, what, you thought you could have got away? That's the type of guy that your dad just tries to say.
You scared me.
You thought you could have got away.
Man, you scared me. Let me tell you why you scared me. He went to Mellows Park one time, yeah, and I pulled up on him. And I called his phone, and I was like, Tay, where are you? I walked the whole park, can't see him. I was like, where are you? He said, I'm at Mellows Park. I said, do you remember this?
Like, when I was in year 7.
Do you remember this? And I called you, and I said to you, and you said you was at your friend's house at Wallet, and you're coming to Mellows Park now. And I told him if I ever pull up again and you're not in where you say you are, that's it. You're not going back out.
But it is important, and we'll end there.
Put that effort in.
Yeah, it's important because, as I said, I'm smiling because I look at you lot's relationship and I just rate it highly, bruv. And I'm trying to, the reason why this pod has been done is because I want the people to see, as I said, black people, relationships, father-son, dynamic, natural, organic, honest, open, building, not shying away from the uncomfortable conversations. You're not going to get anywhere like that, bro. We need to be real and talk about these things, and hopefully
talk about them sticky situations.
Yeah,
like cleaning behind your foreskin. You gotta talk about them things.
And with that being said, there's always more to the ends. Literally, there's always more to the ends. Yeah, man. Now for real, man. Big Cam in the building. Taye Lito, the lovely Jeorgia. Boom bang.
Cheers.
Catch you next week, man. Come on.